Welcome to Body Moves for Life. This is John Archer. Today I want to talk to you about your lower backs. You know, our lower backs are very important to take care of. A lot of people have a lot of back problems. Don't think about it. Lift heavy things, do foolish things when young, slip a disc, pull a muscle, and have back problems the rest of their lives. It seems that surgeries and whatnot make it hard to get backs exactly right after they're damaged. I think a lot of those things can be done by having good posture, lifting things correctly, no doubt. But if we conditioned our lower backs, even if we did sometimes not have best posture, which we should, accidentally not thinking, our backs maybe would be more prone to take care of us if we took more care of our lower backs. So I want to talk here about this part of our lower back, below the waistline, a little lower, right above the tailbone. And this part can really be stiff and sore and tight and need movement. So when I get out of bed in the morning, when I put my feet on the floor, I'll put my hands down and I'll just squat. If you can do that, however much you can squat, you can just reach your arms like this. If you can squat really low, you can reach, and if you can get your heels flat, you can reach. It's a really nice stretch here in the lower part of the back. Now, another way to do that more simply is to put your hands and knees down, sit back on your heels, and reach forward. It's a very nice stretch on the lower part of the back. Now, we want to get the opposite movement. So, if you'll just lean forward, look up, and arch. It's a really nice stretch in the lower part of the back. So, do a few repetitions here, all the way, and all the way. Okay, and as you get to this part here, you can maybe twist a little. Just try to experiment with some different angles. As you reach here, twist your hips a little. Just feel the different angles. From here, just simply roll over to your bottom. Okay, and then make a butterfly. I'll show you from the front angle by putting your feet together. Try not to bring the feet in too close, but leave them out as far as you can mostly. Point your fingers in, cup under your toes, and then lean forward. That will definitely work, that same part of the back. You can reach across, hug your knee, come back to the middle, reach across, and hug your knee. Okay? And so from there, we're going to, from this arch here that we looked at, if you want to do this instead of from this position, just standing on your knees, you can put your hand here on your buttocks, push forward, and arch. Like this. And this one is very relaxing that we did before. Like this. A little bit easier than this one that I showed you that I'll sometimes do in the mornings when I get out of bed. Now, this part of the back here that I'm speaking of, you can really feel it when you stretch this way. Of course, you may feel it in the hamstrings. But if you'll straighten your knees completely, and you may feel a lot of tightness here in your hamstrings, if you'll just relax, not only do you feel it in the hamstrings, but you feel it right here at the top of the butt bone, below the waist, right where I was speaking of. Sometimes I'll work on this by shifting my hips, bending my knees a little bit, and just work on slight little bends in the knees and little shifts of the hips like this. Show you this angle. And it will just work the different parts of this lower part of the back. Now, not too complicated, but I believe that some repetition daily can really loosen up and maintain that part of the back. I've also done some of these just curls and arches with the hips from this position, so you can tuck your hips under and then really arch here. And if you do like a set of 10 of these, it's a good exercise. It works the stomach some, but it also really gets that same spot in the lower back. And a few reps of these every day along with those other stretches do a great job of getting mobility and movement and blood flow and whatnot into your lower back. So think about these things because your lower back is important. I'm going to be working on mine as I do my daily movement. I do it in the mornings when I wake up, and I do it in the evenings before I go to bed, about 10 minutes each time to get some body movement into my body, trying to completely do every part of my body, every joint, every muscle. I try to get movement into it each day so that I stay loose and limber. Think about these things with me. Pay attention to your lower back. The more you pay attention to those joints, you will notice when they're sore, they're stiff, because we can kind of become numb to, it bothers us and we just kind of push it out so we don't have to feel that discomfort. But if you will allow yourself to feel it and then begin to work those sore places, literally you can work out a lot of soreness and stiffness that you just kind of thought you were going to have to live with. Please feel free to give me your comments below regarding your lower back, some things, insights, movements, options that you may have. Also, I always appreciate your likes and when you subscribe to the channel in order to get more videos in days to come for the rest of your life so that you, with me, can do body moves for life and stay healthy through older age. I appreciate you participating in the videos. I'll see you next time. So long.